Hey friends, come hang out with me as I do several days of cleaning and packing. We were actually getting ready to go to Asheville for my son's last baseball tournament with his team for the summer. So I had a lot to get done. I'll be cleaning out my car, getting snacks together for the weekend, packing our baseball stuff up, and I'm just gonna take you guys along with me so you can see all the things that I did before we left to go out of town. I'm hoping that today's video is super motivating for you and helps you want to get up and tackle your own to-do list today as well. So get out that to-do list or make it while you're watching, and let's get some cleaning done together. All right, so we are gonna start with day one of cleaning. We already folded all this laundry the night before, but all the kids were already, I say all the kids, both of the kids were already in bed, so I did not put them up. I just left them here, and now it's time to go put them away. So I'm gonna take the kids' clothes upstairs and put them on their beds so that way they can put them away into their drawers and in their closets and everything, and then I'll put mine and Chance's clothes away. So like I said earlier, this week that I was filming, I was getting all of our stuff together and trying to get a whole lot of things done before we left for Asheville that Thursday, because we actually headed up on Thursday, and then we explored a little bit on Friday in Asheville, and then the boys played Saturday and Sunday. They played baseball, and then we came back on that Monday. And while we were in Asheville, I did do a little vlog of our weekend that I shared over on Instagram. It's like a 3-minute reel that I put together. So if you want to see how our weekend went, it was so much fun. Definitely go check out that little vlog that I posted over on Instagram, and I'll leave the link down in the comments so that way you can find it too in case you want to go check it out. But I just had so many things that I needed to get checked off of my to-do list before we left to go out of town, so I figured I would film it all and hopefully give you guys some motivation while I got my stuff done. So on this first day, I'm basically just trying to get my house back in order. I'm cleaning. I'm going to be doing some laundry, packing, and even doing the floors. I just don't like going out of town with a messy house, so I wanted to make sure that the house was all in order before we had to leave for the weekend.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season.
Okay, so really quick, I'm actually going to vacuum the couches and the little chair that we have here in our living room. We do have 3 cats. I don't know if you guys know that, but sometimes you see them pop in and out of my videos, especially our cat Riley and our black cat Ozzy. Those two pretty much come inside every single day, and they'll nap in here, and then they go back outside. So they're indoor-outdoor cats. The other cat, the third cat, is Freddie, and she comes in sometimes in the mornings, but she doesn't stay in very long. She comes in and gets like a little snack or a little treat, and then she goes back outside. So we do have cat hair on our furniture where they lay the most. So these 2 couches right here is where they pretty much lay when they take their daily naps. So I'm just vacuuming these up really quick.
Status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities.
Okay, now I'm moving into my bedroom, and this is definitely something that I do every single day. Usually I do this first thing when I wake up, but sometimes whenever I'm filming videos and I know I'm going to be filming a lot of cleaning, I will leave it so that I can put it a little bit later in the video, because I feel like sometimes it gets boring for me to be opening up every single video with me making my bed. But that is typically how I start my day. And so y'all have to let me know, does that bother y'all? Like, when you open, or does it bore you when you open up a video of mine and you're like, oh, there she goes, she's starting her video, just making her bed, and then she's going to move on to all the other stuff? Or is it something that you kind of look forward to, like a routine? If you're new, you're probably like, I don't know, girl, I just opened up your video for the first time. I have no idea what you usually do. But I don't know, this is just something that I think about sometimes, because I definitely don't want y'all to get bored with my videos. I know I share a lot of cleaning, but I do try to mix up what I'm sharing and share things that I feel like are interesting or things that I feel like would be helpful when planning or organizing or whatever else. I do try to switch up the order and the things that I'm sharing in my videos just so you guys don't get bored. Okay, another thing that I share almost every single video is laundry, and that's because I do at least 1 to 2 loads of laundry every single day. So I'm going to go ahead and start some laundry here because there were several things that we needed to take to Asheville with us and they were dirty. So I wanted to go ahead and get that load started first thing in the morning so that way when I get ready to start packing, those will be dry and ready to go. Now let's move into the kitchen, which was a huge mess. At least the sink was a huge mess. We had lots of dishes that need to be washed, but my dishwasher was full the night before, and so I went ahead and ran it. And so I need to unload those clean dishes before I can load our dishwasher back up with these dirty dishes. But before I get started on the dishes, I always like to go around and pick up any of the mess, put anything away that's not in the right spot, and clean up around all of that before I start putting any dishes away. Okay, so the dirty dishes are loaded. Now I'm gonna wash these dishes by hand, but while I do that, I figured I would tell you a little bit about our weekend in Asheville. I know that I told you I made a little vlog for Instagram, so if you wanna watch that, you can. But let me tell you a little bit about our trip. So we actually have been to Asheville one other time, and it was back in 2019, which I think I told y'all in another video that it was after that. For some reason, I was thinking it was after 2020, but it was actually 2019. And the reason I figured that out is because I went to look at pictures of the kids just so I could compare the last time we were in Asheville. And it said on the pictures 2019, and I was like, oh my goodness, that was so much longer than I thought it was. But it was a lot of fun when we went the last time, but it rained the entire time we were there, so we didn't really get to do much. We had planned on doing some things outdoors, but we ended up just going to the Biltmore, which was beautiful because it was in November. It was all decorated for Christmas, but we couldn't do any of the outdoor activities because it was raining. So we were really excited about this trip to Asheville because the weather was supposed to be beautiful, and we just were excited that we were going to get to do some things outdoors. So we ended up leaving on Thursday to head down there, but it was later in the afternoon and we didn't end up getting to our hotel until almost 9 o'clock. We did make a few pit stops to go to the bathroom. We also stopped somewhere to eat along the way. We stopped at a little pizza place. It was called Rapid Fired Pizza. It was so good. We'd never heard of that place before, so we just stopped because we were starving. Ate dinner there, got back on the road, and then, like I said, didn't get to our hotel till 9 o'clock at night. But right when we got there, the kids, we had some of our friends were already there. So they immediately went and changed into their bathing suits and went swimming and hung out with the kids until the pool closed at 10 o'clock at night. Then on Friday morning, we got up and we had a little bit of breakfast in our hotel room and put some snacks together in a backpack and headed out, and we ended up going hiking. We went to Craggy Gardens. We went with our friends, and they had done this several times, but we had never gone hiking in Asheville before, so we just followed their lead, and we went to Craggy Gardens. They have a little visitor center there, and then the lady that was working in the visitor center told us a couple of the trails that would be great for kids because we didn't want to walk too far with the kids, especially since the boys were going to be playing baseball the whole next day. So we did a couple of trails right there in Craggy Gardens. The first one was, I think, about a mile hike there and back. Maybe not even that long, but it was a super easy trail and had lots of beautiful views. It actually led up to where it had this big field, and supposedly there were supposed to be lots of flowers blooming and even blueberries in bloom, but the lady told us that the flowers and everything had actually bloomed a few weeks earlier than they were supposed to, and so they were already out of bloom. So we didn't get to see all of that, but there were some pretty trees. The kids climbed in the trees and it was a lot of fun. And then the second trail that we walked up, I don't think it was as far as the first trail, but it was a lot steeper, so it felt like it took us a little bit longer to get up there. But once we got to the top, the view was just so amazing. It was actually a 360 view where you could stand at the top and you could see all around the entire mountain, and it was just so pretty. We all seriously thought we were going to be so sore the next day from climbing that mountain because it was so steep, but none of us were actually sore, and I'm telling you, the hike up that mountain was so worth it. But then by the time that we got done, we were starving. It was like 2:30, I think, in the afternoon. And so we were like, we are going to find somewhere to eat right now. So we went to eat at Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. And we actually went ahead and put our names down because they told us it was going to be like an hour wait. But we went and sat on the back porch. They have a separate menu on the porch area, which is more like snack foods and drinks and stuff. So we ordered some drinks, some snacks, sat there, and then within 30 minutes, they were already calling us for our table. So we went and sat down and well, I guess it was lunch, a late lunch. And all the food was so good. They also had like a big open area garden, and then they had some games where the kids could play and all of that. So it was beautiful, it was delicious, and it was fun. And then after we ate, we ended up going back to the hotel and just hanging at the hotel for the rest of the evening, and the kids swam in the pool. And then we did end up getting hungry again way later that night. So we actually had a restaurant at the hotel that we were at, and we just ordered some like chicken fingers and stuff like that from there. Then on Saturday morning, we ended up playing 2 baseball games, and once we were done, we went to the Wicked Weed Brewery because it was right there beside the baseball fields. And once again, it was a little bit after lunchtime and we were starving. And we were actually surprised because there was like no one there. There was only a couple other families there. And so we sat down right away. We ordered some food, got some burgers, drinks, just that kind of food. And it was also really good. And then we were worn out, so we went back to the hotel and just let the kids swim. And they just had so much fun just hanging out together at the hotel. So we didn't really do anything else. We were pretty exhausted. We actually thought it was going to be a lot cooler than it was in Asheville. It was 84 degrees when we were there, but at the ball field that we played at, where we were at, it was almost like in a valley, and so there was no wind. So we were scorching hot the entire time. So we were worn out. And then on Sunday, we ended up playing 3 baseball games. We started at 11 a.m. and we did not finish until almost 6 o'clock p.m. So we once again were exhausted and just decided to hang out at our hotel. The rest of our team actually drove back to Savannah after that last game, but we knew we just did not want to drive back after playing baseball all day. So we had already booked the hotel for that night and decided we were just going to get up and come back on Monday morning. So that's what we did. So we just let the kids swim, and we ate pizza that night for dinner. So it was definitely a fun trip. We can't wait to go back another time. We had a lot of baseball, so it wore us out, and we weren't able to do a ton of other things. But we have some things now that we have on our bucket list for Asheville, so we're definitely going to be going back sometime, and we can't wait to see more of what Asheville has to offer. I also think I would like to go back when it's not so hot, so maybe like during some of the cooler months, not when it's snowing, but maybe some of the months that it's not, like maybe in the middle, so maybe in the fall or something when the leaves have changed. or even early spring, something like that. Asheville is definitely a beautiful city, so thank you to everybody for your recommendations. When I asked for them a few months ago, you guys were so great in telling us all the places to visit, and we definitely have a lot of those places on our Asheville bucket list for the future. Okay, I'm pretty much done cleaning the downstairs for right now. And this is my Tenco wet dry vacuum, so it vacuums and mops at the same time. It is so awesome. I used to have the iFloor too. It works really, really well. It's probably the cheapest one that you can find right now. And then this one in particular is the 1S5. So I will link both of them. The one that I use today, it's definitely a lot more high tech, and there's definitely more features. And I think that it's on sale right now too. So I'll link both of them in case you're in the market for a new vacuum and you want to save some time and be able to vacuum and mop your floors at the same time. All right, so now I'm going ahead and packing all of my stuff for Asheville. I ended up packing the kids the next day, and then Chance, of course, packed himself, but I made sure to bring several outfits for the ballpark, for hiking. I brought some other outfits just in case we were going to go out to eat like after the ball games, which I did not end up wearing. But I just wanted to make sure I had plenty of options. And then I'm using these packing cubes. I use these all the time. It just makes it so much easier. I also packed some swimsuits, which I never ended up going swimming either, but it's okay. I just had them in there just in case. Now, I'll be sure to link all of my favorite travel essentials because a lot of times whenever I'm packing on videos, I get questions about that. Most of the stuff that I've gotten is from Amazon. These packing cubes came from Amazon, and each one of us have our own set of packing cubes just because we love them so much. And then a few of the toiletry bags, I actually DIY'd them myself back when they were just starting to get popular. But I feel like they're so much less expensive on Amazon than even if you DIY them. So I'm going to link the ones that I found on Amazon because they have really good reviews and they look very similar to the bags that I use. And then Chance and I are actually packing all of our stuff in one suitcase. This is the away luggage, and I don't know how we do this, but most of the time we end up packing just one big suitcase for the both of us, which I guess we're never really gone more than 4 days. So that's probably why, but I also try to pack pretty light.
The only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna.
So you just came back from the store, and this is your snack choice.
Yep.
All right, well, tell everybody I didn't pick these out. This one's on you, right?
Yeah.
Good healthy snacks, you said.
Bananas, popcorn, peanut butter, no wafers. Everything else is for the kids. These are just in case.
Will we eat all of these snacks in one day? Because
No,
apparently
we're not.
people
These are
think
supposed to
that...
last 4 days that we're going to be there.
Yeah, I think people think if I take a whole thing of gummy bears, it's just for one kid all the way.
No, you give them the case and you
Asheville.
can sell them for $10 to another kid.
And we also share. We share
right.
snacks too.
Those are my favorite. These are really for me. And those are for the kids.
Okay. All right, let's pack these up. Okay, so it's so funny because when Chance came back from the store, I was like, oh goodness, I'm going to share these snacks and I'm going to get lots of crazy comments because you guys, it never fails. No matter if I'm sharing meals or snacks, whatever it is, even if I share like fruit or have some sort of vegetable in it, it's just crazy. The comments are crazy. And anyways, those are the snacks that we ended up taking. And they all did get eaten, actually. The gummy bears, though, like all the girls ended up sharing the gummy bears. Actually, lots of adults ended up eating the gummy bears, too. And then the Sour Patch Kids, all the baseball players ended up eating. So it wasn't just the two of my kids eating all of those sweets, I promise. But anyways, now we're moving on to cleaning out my car. And my camera kept fogging up because it was so humid outside, and I feel like I just had to get used to the humidity out there. But here's a look at the inside of my car. It's not too bad. It's dirty, but there's not a whole lot of stuff in here. There's a little bit of trash, but not a ton. There's usually a lot more, I promise, because we are constantly carpooling for cheerleading, also baseball, and they just make a mess. And then, of course, like the baseball cleats and everything, the dirt gets off of his shoes, and so that's why the mats are very dirty. But I'm so grateful that we have the mats that we do, because we can just pull these out and wash them off, and it makes it a lot easier than like cleaning carpet. So the first thing I'm going to do is just pull everything out of my car, and then I'm going to start cleaning it down. And actually, Chance usually likes to clean my car out because he does such a better job than me at cleaning it. But I couldn't wait on him. He was at work, and I had to get this done because we were definitely running out of time before we had to leave for Asheville. So I'm going to clean it myself. It may not be perfect. It may not be as good a job as him, but it's going to be clean. Now, I have a 2019 Honda Odyssey. It's a minivan, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's just so big, and it's been so great because we do carpool all the time, and then also like with vacations and stuff, we can fit so much in the back, and it drives really, really great. Like, I have always loved Hondas, the way that they drive, the way that they hold up. Actually, my first car that I ever bought myself was a Honda Civic, a little two-door Honda Civic when I was 18. And then my next car, I kind of went up. I went to a Honda Accord, and then after that, I had a Honda Pilot, and then I had a Honda Odyssey, a gray one, and then I bought this one a couple of years ago. Maybe it's been like 3 years now, but we traded in my old Honda Odyssey for this one, and it's so funny because when I was younger, I never thought that I would be driving a minivan. I never thought I'd be one of those minivan moms. But when I got in the first minivan that I already had 2 kids, and there was just so much room, and it has been perfect. And now I can't imagine driving anything else right now. Sometimes I look at like Yukons and Tahoes, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could have it. It's so pretty. But then I think about toting around a bunch of kids, and especially like with having a newer car, and then like eating in the car all the time, and the anxiety I would have about that. And I'm like, nope, I love my minivan. It's paid off, and it does have I think I have a little over 100,000 miles on this one, but my last one had well over 200,000 miles before I traded it in. And I got a pretty good deal on the trade-in value. So I don't know, I'll probably be driving this minivan until it runs into the ground, or at least until my kids are older and can drive themselves.
Talk to me, baby. I've been waiting for a lifetime. Just keep on fading in all these photos, caught in the memories and captured in the highlights. Just keep on wasting. Glass after glass, I keep hoping you'll come around, drowning our fights in whatever can be found. 'Cause I've given in to all my demons lately. You know, might be easier just to let it go. Cut the cable short and the problem solved. Might be easier for you. I do it all night. You're my only lifeline. Sing for me, darling, it's been quiet for a day now. Can't bear the silence inside my own head. I keep on hoping somehow we can make this alright. Just keep on trying. Glass after glass, I keep hoping you'll come around, drowning our fights in whatever can be found. 'Cause I've given in to all my demons lately. You know, might be easier just to let it go.
Okay, so now that the whole inside of the car is clean, I'm going to go ahead and clean off our mats, and I'm just using our pressure washer. This is an electric pressure washer. It is so easy to use. And then I'm spraying on some Dawn Power Wash, and then I'm going to scrub these down with my little scrubber tool. Chance actually has one of those scrubber kits that hooks up to his power tools, but I didn't know where any of that stuff was, so I just pulled out my little scrubber. This is the one that I use to clean our showers and bathtubs and all kinds of other things around the house. So I just pulled this bad boy out, and it works just great for this. Now let me just tell you, I was so grateful to have some shade this day, and I was actually trying to get this done before I lost shade because it was so hot outside, and it's been so hot every single day. So I made sure I got outside early this morning so that way I could at least get most of the cleaning done before I lost the shade.
Might be easier for you. I do it all night. You're my only lifeline.
So now I'm going to clean the outside of the car really quick, and then I'll be done cleaning the car. And now that I'm cleaning my car, you can kind of see the boat sitting in the driveway, and it's funny because our HOA does not actually allow us to keep boats in our driveway, which is so crazy because we live like on the coast, and so many people in our neighborhood have boats, but we have to find a storage facility to keep them somewhere else because we're not allowed to keep them in our yard, in our driveway, or whatever. And we actually keep ours at a boat lot down the road that is gated, and you have to put a code in and everything. And this is the second lot that we've kept ours in because the first lot got broken into a few years ago, and a friend of ours' boat actually got stolen out of the boat lot, and theirs was just like our boat. So it was kind of crazy. Theirs just happened to be a little closer and easier to get to. And so they stole their boat out of the lot and took it out, and they just trashed it, damaged it, like everything. It was just awful. So anyways, we ended up moving our boat to this other lot, and this one actually has like security cameras, and the other one the first one that we kept it in, you did still have to put in a code to get in the gate, but whoever stole it like just knocked the gate down. It was crazy. And I guess they didn't have the security cameras. So the one that we keep ours at now, it does have security cameras, and it has a much larger gate. Definitely not as easy to get into, but somehow it got broken into. And I'm not sure if a boat was stolen or not, but while their gate is being fixed, we are actually keeping our boat in our driveway. So since we're not allowed to keep our boats in our driveway for more than 24 hours, we actually had to email our HOA and put in a request to be able to keep our boat here for about 3 weeks until they fix the gate at our boat lot. And our request was approved, but I don't know. I just feel like it's so silly that we can't keep boats, especially during the summer, in our driveway. Now, I really love our neighborhood. We love our neighbors, our lot. We live right on the cul-de-sac, and I feel like the houses are very spread apart, so you're not like right on top of each other. There's just so many things I love about our neighborhood, but things like that, like being able to keep your boat in the driveway, or if you have any sort of building plans, you have to literally give them all the details down to like the very, very specifics, and they all have to be approved before you can do anything. So sometimes it makes me want to go look for a new lot that doesn't have an HOA, maybe something on the water, and build a new house, but I don't know. It's so much to think about, and unless we found like a really good deal or something amazing, I don't know that we would ever even do that, but sometimes I dream about it. I'm not gonna lie. All right, the car is all clean, and I wanted to show y'all my little charger that I got for my car recently. It has 2 chargers for my iPhone, and then it also has 2 other chargers on the side for the different cords, like a USB and one other. But I love it because when you're charging, you can pull it out, and then when you're done with it, it just is retractable, so it goes right back in. And then this is my phone holder. It was just the easiest thing to use, and it also has the cup holder in there. And then these are the little air fresheners that have gone viral on TikTok, and I actually got myself 3 of these. This one is the berry mimosa. You just dump it upside down and the oil goes right into the cap and it smells so good. And these air fresheners are supposed to last for like several months. And I've actually already had mine in my car for over a month and it still has so much left in there. But they smell so good and they're only like $5. So I'll link all of those car necessities that I have as well. All right, the last thing that I'm going to do for today's video is stock up my bog bag. This is my baseball bag that I take to all the baseball games. We also use this bag for the beach, so I can show y'all what we keep in it for the beach whenever we're doing that. I'll try to video that for you guys too, but I'm just going to clean it out first, and then I'm going to start stocking it up for the weekend. And I was going to show y'all all of my other baseball essentials, but for some reason, all the video clips that I took would not download to my computer. So I'm going to have to refilm all that stuff and show you guys what all we take to baseball tournaments in case you're a baseball mom and you're interested in all of that. But the first thing I'm putting in here are these little tray dividers. I got a pack of 2, but I usually only use one of these. But it does come in a set of 2, so if you wanted to divide it into 3 sections, you could do that too. But these just like pop through, and it gives you a couple of sections to organize things in your bog bag. Okay, I needed a new bag for our chargers, so I ended up using this little bag that, once again, I got these years ago and got them to DIY with the little stickers. But like I said, they're so much less expensive on Amazon already made. So I'll link the ones from Amazon for you, because these I can't even link because they were from some little boutique and she doesn't even sell them anymore. So I'll link the ones from Amazon because they are just like this. They look so cute. Actually, I feel like they're a little bit cuter. And they're way less expensive than the ones that I'm using. But for this bag, I'm going to actually put all of our portable chargers. This one's my favorite. It has the charger cords already attached to it, so I don't have to like go find a charging cord or anything. And then these ones, the blue, I have a blue, a red, and a black. You actually do have to use your cord, but it has so many different ports that no matter what kind of cord you're using, you can still plug the charger cord into it. And then I'm packing some extra cords in here, and I'm just gonna roll these up, and I got these little magnetic clippy things that can go around them to keep them from unraveling, and it just keeps it a little bit less messy in the bag. This bag has all of our sunscreen in it, and then the next bag is for snacks, and these are all 3 the same type of bags. And then the next bag, I'm just reorganizing it, but I like to keep all of our medicines, Band-Aids, ointments, itch cream, sanitizer, chapstick, all kinds of different things, extra deodorant. You just never know when you're gonna get stinky at the ball field. Extra feminine products. This is also sunscreen, but it's the powder one. And so I'm just putting all this stuff in this bag. This bag, I actually, and a little brush. And this is just my emergency kit bag that I actually transfer from bag to bag wherever we're going. So whether it's to the ball field, beach, pool, amusement parks, I take this bag and I just take it from wherever it was at and I'll put it in my book bag or my pool bag, whatever. So I love having this little bag put together because I always make sure that we have it with us no matter where we go, just in case. Oh, and I ended up grabbing some of these shout wipes to just in case we have like a spill or something on a uniform or a shirt. I threw those in there too. So now it's all ready to go, and I'm gonna stick it in my bog bag. This is my new favorite snack container. I'm bringing this with us. I'm not gonna fill it yet, but I can actually fill it up whenever we're in the hotel. And then we've got some cooling towels. These are awesome, especially for the baseball field. You just take them and you throw them in your cooler and then pull it out and you can put it on your neck to cool down. And then I got this fun little baseball tag thing. I don't even know what you call it. Maybe it's a bog bracelet, whatever it is. I'm going to put this on here. I thought it was so cute. And then I also got this little phone holder. It just pops right in the holes and I can put my phone right here on the outside. And then I'm also going to hook on my little baseball hat that I got from a boutique that I found on Instagram. And then I do like to take beach towels with us just in case they end up getting wet or something. So I'll throw those in last minute. But that is everything that I keep in my bog bag. And now we're ready to head to Asheville. All right, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and seeing all the things that I had to get done before we left for a weekend in Asheville. I hope this video is motivating for you and you get tons of things checked off of your to-do list today. I will see you guys in next week's video. Y'all have an amazing week. Bye.
Just keep on wasting.